Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another episode. Another review of another episode of Wednesday. This is for Frame by Frame. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any types of videos, topics, whatever it may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. Like I said before, this is for the episode 2 of Wednesday, the new TV show directed by Tim Burton, starring Jenna Ortega as Wednesday Addams, who has been sent to this school called Nevermore for her to try to fit in and socialize. And at the end of the first episode, this kid who had warned her that she was going to be the downfall of the school, he seemed like he got attacked and killed. But then in this, he pops up and she's wondering, is she losing her mind? What's going on? Meanwhile, as she's going into this mystery, she's also dealing with the other kids in the school, whether it be her peppy neighbor who's a werewolf, whether it be the elitist snob who doesn't seem that bad of a guy who can draw and bring that stuff to life, or winning the Edgar Allan Poe Cup, which is a canoe race where you canoe, you get a flag, you go back. So all the stuff that's going up into this episode, I would say, like so far with these two episodes, I'm not minding the show. I do think the lead actually does a rather good job as Wednesday, because she plays the deadpan role fairly well. Now maybe because the actress, that's all she could do, but it was the right fit for her, the right role for her. I think also some of the bits of the way she's written, like she sounds like Wednesday Addams. I think the way her character is written in her performance is easily the best part of the show, which makes sense because it's called Wednesday. So, for example, she's like, I may be losing my mind. It's not nearly as fun as I anticipated. Or, why don't you take a stab at being social? I do like stabbing, just not much into social. Like those kind of pieces of dialogue that roll off the tongue and the deadpan delivery, I think work rather well, and they are absolutely the best parts of the show. Is the type of dialogue. The whole story itself, in the middle of it, it's one of those things where a lot of times you look at shows like this, and this one runs, I don't know, if it's 8 episodes, 10 episodes, whatever, where you get these movies, or what should be a movie, but then because it's stretched out to 8 episodes or 9 episodes, to me it always feels like there's a lot of dragging because of that. I felt that way with Stranger Things. I felt that way with a lot of other shows where, like, does this need to be this many episodes? Like, does it need to be this much time with this and that? And does it... It's just because you have this certain amount, you have to stretch things out to their, like, almost to a bare minimum. And I don't know if there's enough story there to showcase why this needed to be a show and not just a movie. But there's the beginning of the episode where Rowan is the latest victim and Wednesday chats with the sheriff, but then you find out Rowan is alive and she doesn't know what's going on. The school doesn't believe her. The principal pretty much goes, you need to find some other activity, in which case she goes with her roommate to be part of this Edgar Allan Poe Cup race, which that's the finale of the episode. She's trying to do other stuff like bow and arrow. She's really good at that, beekeeping. I didn't mind the kid who's the beekeeper. I didn't mind his delivery of dialogue, and you can tell that this kid's probably been alone for a while. There's no one else is into this stuff, but he's very hyper to... Not hyper, but he's very excited to teach someone else about beekeeping. She confronts Rowan, who leaves But then you find out that the principal is a shapeshifter, so she pretended to be Rowan so that the school wouldn't be looked at more by the sheriff. So there's a bit of mystery with that. There's some stuff that I could probably guess what's going to happen. Like maybe someone with the sheriff's son. Because the sheriff's son is so proper and so like decent that more than likely they don't have some kind of turn or twist with him. He's the normal kid. What is it? Something not normal about him? I don't know. I just have a feeling about it. Christina Ricci, who's in the original Addams Family movies, she pops in, but doesn't really have much to do. Like in this, she's a teacher, and Wednesday answers a question right, and she's like talking to the elitist Queen Bee, Bianca, saying, "Looks like you got some competition." But I don't know, so far it just seems like a waste of Christina Ricci, unless they're doing something more with her character. But so far, she's there, but in very much in the background. The Queen Bee, as I call her, she definitely has the "they live" Bait Foster, crazy eyes. And then she's elite, she's snobby, and there's not much to her character other than being an elitist bitch. It's trying to be felt like a bit of Harry Potter. With like Harry Potter, Hogwarts, they'd have these games where they do this competition with each other. So it felt like it's trying to be a little bit of that Harry Potter flavor to it, which I'm not sure how I feel about it, because I've seen the Harry Potter films. Some of them I didn't mind, but I'm not like huge into them, but other people are. Bianca had this bit to try to win on purpose. She's trying to cheat her way to win, so she has this friend who, when the friend dives to the water, their tail turns to a mermaid type of tail. It's like a male version of Splash, and screws up one boat and tries to screw up Wednesday's boat, but Wednesday has some tricks up her sleeve, including nets to stop the creature, the guy, however the hell you put him, male mermaid. Thane, I thought they got some fun bits out of him. He's doesn't like the way she's treating him, so he's just going through the magazine. Then she does her version of apology, but also why she's so afraid, and Thane is doing this. But then she goes, "If you ever tell me when I will end you," and Thane kind of does this, like to screw it away. I thought how you utilizing a hand for humor, I thought they're doing some pretty decent job with that, because that's not the easiest thing to do. I don't know, the fact that Wednesday like getting these visions, I'm like, did you really have to incorporate that she gets visions and all this other stuff? She can't just be a normal, regular, weird kid that uses her brains or her smarts to get out of the situation. It's just she literally has to have powers or visions in this case, because just her mom, Morticia, had visions. But it's pretty much trying to turn to I don't know what you call it, Harry Potter type of, a little bit of that Tim Burton sense of humor, Addams Family sense of humor, but a little bit. The Harry Potter stuff doesn't really interest me as much. The Wednesday and the Addams Family mannerisms and that kind of black humor, the way she delivers some of her dialogue, that to me is the best part of it. The other stuff, I'm not so sure. Some of the I don't mind her roommate. She's so happy and excited. She's not too bad. Christina Ricci, maybe she has more to do later. She just doesn't have much now. I don't know why she's such a bitch to the guy she keeps calling elitist snob when he's done nothing but be nice to her. So that seems like the guy she would have the hots for in the first place, but whatever. I don't know, it seems like she's being bitchy to him. Overall, I mean, really, at the end of the day, it's just Rowan's alive, but he's not really alive because the principal's lying. Not much else about it. There's the race at the end. Again, the way the hand is utilized as well, the way other things are utilized as well. There's some fun bits of humor. Wasn't a bad episode. I'll probably say I like the first episode a bit more. I don't know where this is going. This whole thing where she's having these visions and this other version of herself says, "You are the T," and all this stuff. I mean, where this is all leading up to, I don't know. But I mean, I've seen much worse. I know people keep saying it's so woke. I don't notice that. Really? I don't notice that at all. So I don't think it's that political that some people are saying. I think Tim Burton's doing a decent enough job with the sense of humor in Wednesday. By Wednesday, the lead role and performance, I think, is what's really keeping this afloat. Whether this is a mystery that's worth stretching out to 8 or 10, however many episodes, I don't know. There's sometimes I feel like it dragged a bit, but I guess we'll see. So with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later.